Has it ever occurred to you to ask if there are any infractions taking place on lease flats?
I know there are infractions taking place on lease flat.
I know. I asked that for you.
I know there are infractions.
But when you talk about lease flats, talk about the building of lease flats, no, gentlemen. The people not galvanizing the argument proper. Who building things like lease flats?
The Prime Minister's wife. No, the thing is this. And you see, you must ask the questions as they come forward, not as you'd like them to drop. The question is, did you notice in this most recent case that NEPA's report as to suitability of building vastly differed from the KSAC's? KSAC is great. NEPA said, hell no. Do we know if the same thing occurs at lease flats?
Finzi, think about it. That what you're saying is absolutely correct. But I'm gonna ask you to stay with me and listen to this analysis. How can you have a prime minister with a portfolio that includes some of these very regulatory agencies you're talking about, and they're providing permits to whom? His wife, who, by the way, is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. When she started building, she wasn't the Speaker, but she was an MP, I believe. Or at least at some point during the building, during the course of building, she became. How is that possible in our country? Because, as you said, of the system. And people are afraid to shout on the top of their lungs about making changes. The government at this point, they have beaten people into submission. When was the last time you hear somebody? You think anybody could have come up and stand up out now in Jamaica and talk when me attack?
But you know what has happened? You know what has happened?
Fear.
You know what has happened?
I talk those talks each day, Mr. Rattigan, without fear.
All right, you know what?
Were you afraid of Andre?
Andre,
were you afraid of?
No, Andre.
Andre not afraid of nothing, so you talk.
I'm not afraid of none of them. I just talk.
Okay. So, and do you know the best defense?
Mr. Rattigan a video. Show them Montego Bay. The people are talking up Mr. Rattigan.
Look.
The Montegonians stop. Wait, Mr. Rattigan. Wait, because I wanted to know that the work that you're doing, the people start talking up.
Have you seen the Prime Minister's reaction to what they were
talking
saying?
To the Prime Minister.
Did you see his reaction to what?
Wait there, man, not that one.
So many to choose.
I want you to know, Mr. and the work we have been doing for the past year and all this paying off. The people
rice and chicken back once, a better day.
Rice and chicken back 2 dear, you. Just like it's expensive. No, a $300 for chicken back.
More than rice and chicken back once, a better day.
Rice and chicken back 2 dear, you. Just like it's expensive. No, a $300 for chicken back. Man, thing will be a need to develop. We need things. 13,000 to a little bit. Mr. Brogan, I want thing I want to tell them about. Before I run my business, I don't want to pay on tax like the China them. That's all. That's all I want to do, boss. I run my little business and I pay on tax like the China. Me live on now, then a Dr. Chang run up there and nothing up there. The China man is doing independent. They've been here for years. Only when election time in come around. Dear. No. See Mr. Chang there. Mr. Chang, me live a paradise and know me. The place need police station at Uga. No.
You missed the part where him turn around. You missed the part where him turn around and say you can't stop that. No.
Mr. Rattigan, but people start talking up, them probably not as loud as me and you and Mr. Finzi and the others, but they're talking.
Yeah, but what you heard individual voices. I'm talking about collective voices. You hear one or two people shouting things. We need to mobilize the people. to the point where we start having real demonstrations.
That's what I'm talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Because I'm telling you right now, the only thing I think will cause this government to do a course correction is first, you have to educate the people. Then you have to mobilize the people. And then we will do our part here in the diaspora. Because one of the things that they're very, very afraid of, they're afraid of international media, and they're afraid of losing the donations to Jamaica. Visa. In fact, and the visas. In fact, the Prime Minister, when he was here in December, he said that Jamaica is still a country that largely depends on financial aid,
remittance,
right? And in addition to remittances, and now if the diaspora is responsible for almost 3.6 something like that billion US dollars. If the diaspora decided that we're not sending any money to Jamaica for a month, what do you think would happen? If the diaspora decided as a group that we're not sending any money as our sign of protest, what do you think would happen? And if that is complemented by action taken by donor agencies and donor countries, Jamaica collapse. And guess what? Maybe that's what we need. In fact, I should remove the word maybe and say that's what we need. Because what we need to do is take away a visa so them can't go nowhere. Then there are some other laws that we can apply where they can also be arrested for corruption.
Singapore.
If we start doing these things and we start building, from, well, we start already with the foundation and we start adding the building blocks. We started doing it. I'm telling you, you will see a sea wave change in Jamaica that you've never imagined in your entire life. But how will it happen?
It can only happen with power. It's tell you everything about Singapore except what Singapore does with corruption.
Exactly.
If they ever told you what Singapore did with corruption, you don't understand.
Right. A friend of mine said to me, he said, you know what? If you go to GP, Tamarind Farm, or wherever, all of these penitentiaries, you won't see certain people in there. Why? Them not commit crime too? Them not commit crime?
House
so
arrest.
why is it we don't see certain people in there?
House arrest.